Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank you for joining us at the Shadow News Network. Hi, my name is Jeff Adams. It is 9:33 on March 26, 2018. And tonight I wanted to go over and talk to you about some of the stuff that I found on the cam this evening. Now, I've been going through the last few days, I've been going through the FAA cams, weather cams in Alaska, which they seem to have a lot of. If you look here on the map, this is all the cameras, and then these are third-party cameras in Canada, which are probably run by the Canadian government. But what's really interesting is you don't see them in the United States or in Hawaii, just up here. And I thought that was kind of weird because I read an article today that was talking about Hawaii was wanting these cameras because they've had some helicopter crashes down there where people are flying around, for the tourists. And it looks like the FAA put them off again because they were supposed to install them in 2018, and now for some reason it got delayed again. But anyway, let's get back to this. Today I found some really interesting stuff um, in Esther. Okay, and I got to find Esther. So let's see here. What I may do is just show you the pictures of it. But anyway, I've been looking through these cams and found some really interesting stuff. But let's go to the first pic. I'll show you. And let's go to Amsterdam. Here we go. Okay, so this is what I picked up today. I'll show it to you. Let me open it up. There it is, right there. That's the object we picked up today. There she is. Now I've been watching. I'm guessing it's the same object. This is a planetary body, and from what I'm beginning to understand through the research that I have done, is that we have planetary bodies that have come into our solar system, that have come and have interacted with our sun, causing problems. And they've also turned around and they're interacting with us magnetically, which is causing problems. See, if a stellar core comes in, as this one lady calls them, they're highly magnetic, meaning they'll have a stronger field than a stronger electromagnetic field than the Earth, which will cause us a lot of problems. That's where you start hearing about pole shifts and the planet tilting degrees off of its axis because it's being pulled one way, and that's actually happening right now. They're saying that the sun is 6 degrees out of tilt right now that it normally should be. And they're also talking about the planet. You can tell if anybody's been paying attention, you can pretty much tell that the sun is not rising in the same place and not setting in the same place. And I have noticed it for years. I've been watching it for 5, 6 years, always wondering. And then I got to on YouTube and did a little searching, and I went to this one guy's website from Planet X News, and I started listening to his stuff and started watching his research, from the SDO satellites. And he's really into monitoring the sun, so he goes to all the government sites and watches all of their SDO stuff. And actually, I might be able to show you some of that. Hang on just a minute. Yeah. Let's go this way. Go back to YouTube. And we'll go this way. There he is. And Planet X News, this is Scott Cohen. He's got some really good stuff. The other person you need to go if you want to go do some research on your own, which I recommend, because don't believe what I say, even though you should believe what you see, because I'm one of those people who I believe what I see, and that's what me and my fiance have been doing a lot of research on this, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Because if you'll notice all this weather, the weird weather we're having, this right here, these planetary bodies are what's responsible. And some people go as far as saying that there is a brown dwarf out there that is a twin to our sun. If you didn't know, most solar systems have twin stars, and some of them are triple stars, triple suns. Okay, ours is kind of unique because we only have one, but they're beginning to realize, I think, that we do have a twin, but it's a brown dwarf, which means that it never ignited. And the thing about it is it is so far away and it's so dark. It takes an infrared telescope to see it. It's not lit up like our sun is, so that's why it's hard to see. But they're talking about this thing being like I don't know, 20, 30,000 year orbit, and that when it comes back in closer to the sun, it brings its planetary bodies in with it. And some people are suspecting that these are its planetary bodies, that these are what's rotating through our solar system, and may have even in the past, millions and millions and millions of years ago, may have hit a planet and created the asteroid belt between Mars and Earth, um, no, between Mars and Jupiter. And also there is another asteroid belt out past Pluto that they believe it interacts with too, but I don't have a lot of information on that. So what I'm trying to do right here is, the physician, the physicist, Planet X physicist, this lady will turn around and explain a lot of stuff to you that's technical in a very layman's term. So if you want to do research, she's another way to go. Now I've got some other people here that I want to explain to you and show you uh, their websites, their YouTube sites, because they put out some really really good information, and it's a good place to start if you want to start. Now, Mr. MBB, excellent individual. He does a lot of good work. He's on the weather anomalies, the sea anomalies that are happening right now. He does a lot of stuff, as you can tell, and he's got the pole shifts, magnetic fields. You know, there is a collaboration that is building. One of the reasons why I created the Shadow News Network was to turn around and be a good focal point for all the information that's being gathered. Uh, Mr. MBB, he's kind of focusing in one area. Planet X is another. Planet X physicist here. All these people, you can't do it all. But if you've got a large team of people who are working together and the information flow is going back and forth, and nobody's trying to worry about, making their channel the best YouTube channel, on the planet. Uh, there's a lot of people out here who are worried more about the planet than they are about that. And we're trying to take that information, we're trying to bring it together. But once we bring it together, the next step for Shadow News Network will be to disseminate the information and then turn around and explain to you what you're going to need, because they're already talking about we're in a sixth extinction event. We've lost about 50. We've lost 40 to 50% of the mammal population on this planet in the last 30 years. We have numerous disasters coming at us all at once. Fukushima is the worst disaster in human history that we know of, because I believe there's been civilizations before. But Fukushima, three reactor cores were never found. They burnt through their containment. They're down into the water tables, and they're pouring radioactive elements into the ocean since 2011. A lot of the die off that you're seeing in the ocean, a lot of the starving of the whales, the dead fish that's melting, the melting starfish, the starving birds, the starving seals, a lot of that is due to the breakdown in the food chain in the ocean, and the food chain is dying. So there's a lot of things going on. This global warming that we're experiencing, I believe, isn't due to carbon. I believe it's due to these planetary bodies being inside our in our solar system, and more of them coming in, and with the bigger nemesis approaching. Um, I believe that this is a circular event, and I believe that this event has has happened before. I believe it's written in the text. There's a lot of ancient civilizations that talk about, complete destruction of the planet, and I believe this is why. Uh, we are now seeing physical evidence that these exist. These planetary bodies, they're there. Now, this right here is the NOAA warns of magnetic anomaly. What's happening up in, actually, I'm going to let him explain it to you. Listen to this.
It happening again. I want to talk about two things in this video: birds and insects, and then coastal water anomalies. That's what we're looking at right here first. And we're seeing this continue from 2017 into 2018. This, however, is from Melbourne, Australia. And I don't think I've seen any from Australia yet. The image was taken from a helicopter. James noticed this as he was watching a special event being covered on television. I think it was a race, car race or something. When he noticed the helicopter flying along Melbourne Beach, and it appeared to him that there was way too much sand exposed, like there was some sort of an extreme low tide occurring. So he took a screenshot and sent it to me and said that this just did not look normal to him. So we're adding this to the collection of coastal water anomalies. Here's yet another one. This is from Friday, March 23rd, 2018. This is out of Melbourne, Australia. This here I want to come back to. This is a message to all world magnetic model users from NOAA. There's been an anomaly discovered in their software. This is the best magnetic field software on the planet right here. And there's an anomaly right now that's being created by core flows in the North Polar region that are unexpected. Is this proof something's coming? Good video here from Secure Team 10. Tyler is talking about this movie.
Yeah, and he puts out a lot of good information. He's got a lot of good contacts. He's been around for a while, so it's gonna take me some time. But Mr. MBB, I recommend his site. He's excellent, got excellent information, a lot of good insight on what's going on. I mean, we've got a lot of things going on. It's just like this right here. See, this is in Alaska, pointing to the northwest. There's this planetary body. Uh, it is there's so much information here. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna pull up a video. He now he I was watching Mr. MBB and he referenced to another cam system that has cameras worldwide. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a video from one of those. This is from Blue Sky. There it is. Now, these are all time lapse. This is March 25th, but it's going to come up right here. There it is, right there. See it? There it is. That's that planetary body right there. So you should be able to see it in the right in the middle of the screen, at the upper part of the screen in the middle, right there. And we may be having a little bit of technical difficulty because I'm hearing that. Let me see if that works. So let's try that again. Now let's try your video. Sorry about that, guys. I'm still learning how to use this thing. Yeah, there it goes. I see it now. Okay, so here's the video. If you look, now this is from down in Chile, and there it is right there. You see, the sun has to be in a certain angle for this thing to illuminate. And that's what I noticed up in the FAA cameras. It has to be at a certain position to illuminate the object. That object must be pretty dark. So right there. Okay, let me go back, and if that didn't come up, let me do the FAA cams again and make sure that you guys had a chance to see all that. There we go. Now I can see. I'll do the ester one first. Okay, so here's the ester. See, there she is right there. And let's pull up another one. There's another one. Let's see. Because you can see where the crater's turning. Okay, see, there it is right there. See, there's your craters right there. And then if you look at this next one, there they are again. You can see they've moved. And here's the next one. You can see that they moved again. They're moved. That shows that this spear is turning. So it's not a camera. It's not a lens flare or anything. Now this object is actually out there. And what happens is once the sun, if you'll notice, is the sun that's up here on the left. Once the sun moves across, that object will disappear. So it tells me, this is what I've seen the last few days. It tells me that this object, the sun has to be at a certain angle before we can see this object. That's how dark it is. But my question is, where is it? Because if we see it only at a certain angle, that might mean it's really far away. And if it's really far away, that means it's really massive and it's really huge. So, that's the question. That's another reason why we do research. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, let me shut some of these down. Okay, now over here, let's go back and I'll pull up another one. I've been doing, we are going to go, we're going to go to Tok, Alaska, right here on the southwest cam. Okay. Yep, there it is. Let me see if I can get a real good picture of it. A lot of times it's dependent on the sun, it's really, so here it is right there. Yes, here it is again. You can see it. But the sun is not at the right angle. But what's really nice is right now is about the perfect viewing time for Eastern Standard Time to be looking at these cameras, because usually it's in the south to southwest quadrant is where I see this. Even though I did find another one in the northwest, but it's all in relationship to where these settlements and cities are in Alaska. But anyway, let's go back. Let's do a little hunting. Actually, I want to take a look at one of these. I think I found another one here. Let me check this one real quick. I believe I found it here too. Oh, there's something else I want to talk about too. Okay, it wasn't in there. I think I got that one for the sun. There's some pictures I want to show you. Okay, and these are just some really strange pictures that I captured. Still trying to figure out what that is. That's on the north slope, and it's cold up there. And but this black spot, there's that one on the north slope. Here's this one. This is at Nuksut, whatever that is. I can't even say it. But there it is again. And then there's something right here. I'm not sure if that's a lens flare or what it may be, or the sun may be illuminating something at the wrong angle. And then here's another one. This one's at White Mountain in Alaska. See, there it is. And I see this all the time. Here's another one in Nawaka, Nawala. I'll never get that right. Never mind. But anyway, there it is, and it's in a lot of the pictures that I see. And I was trying to see if I had anything else here. Let's see what else we got. I'm not sure why I have that one. Yeah, you can see this right here. I'm going through a lot of different cams, and this is at an airport in Alaska. But you can see it right there. You can't miss it. And then here's another one. Yeah, here it is right here. You can see the glare. The sun is illuminating it. You can see the stripes. Well, no, that may be I don't know, that might be the stripes. That might be one of the planets that's striped that they talk about. And then right here, there's another good one right there. So, and there it is right there. There's a dark spot there. I just picked up some of these. There's a halo. Uh, I just picked up some of these pictures so I could use them as examples when I'm talking and trying to do this live video. So let me. Okay, good. Okay, so I tell you what, let's do. Let's go to the camps in Alaska. Now, when I first got started, I was doing the cams here at Kodiak and over here at Dutch Harbor, which if any of you are any fans of the show, I watched it all the time. Uh, everybody knows what Dutch Harbor is. But the thing about it is a lot of time the weather, you got to make sure you have clear skies. So today I haven't been able to find any clear skies. So we'll try this one first and look down here and see we got clouds. I've been finding that we have clear weather up here. Let me come down here a little bit. All right, let's check Fairbanks and see what they got. Okay, now see Fairbanks. Okay, here it is in the west loop. You can see it now. All right, it's there. It's going to be at the end. This is a camera that takes a picture every 10 minutes, and then what it does, it gives you 6 hours worth of pictures to go through, and that's what we're doing right now. So get ready because here it comes. And like I said, right now is the best time to view it, and we're going to view it live, which is really fantastic. There it is, right there. That's your that's your planetary body. There, see it's moving there and there. Now I'll take a let me grab this so we can blow it up. There it is. Now some people are going to call it a lens flare and all of that, so that's fine. Okay, this is in the west, right? That's it. Some people may say it's a lens flare or something from the sun or whatever. So let's take a look. So this is to the west. So we probably need to look for something that's southwest on a different camera. Let's take a look at the south. Let's take a look at the southwest loop and see what that one does. Get rid of that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Because this is what I do. This is what I've been doing over the weekend and stuff, and just doing a lot of research. And I figured, well, if I'm going to do the research, I might as well make a live video while I'm doing it. So yeah, there it is right there. Okay, hang on, let me go back to where it starts. Okay, now here it is, 2239 UTC. I usually see this thing pop up between 20 and 30 UTC. So here we go. Check this out. Now there it is. It's rotating. This is Estradome. This is where this is this is one I was going to start with anyway. And then watch how it fades out because the sun's blurring it out. Well, it's still there. You can see it. There it goes, going right past it. So right now, this event is happening actually right now in Alaska. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video because I got excited about it. See, there it comes. There she is right there. And I'm gonna actually copy this and keep it. But you can see now. Watch how the sun comes down. Now, if it was a lens flare, it'd go away. But look, it's actually illuminating it. So in another hour or two, we'll have a full set of pictures and how we can take a look. How I can make copies of it and show everybody else. That is perfect. Look at that. Wow, that is something else, isn't it? Okay, so we're at Estradome. So let's go, and that is the Southwest Cam. Now we've seen it on the Southwest Cam, and we've seen it on the West Cam. See, it's on the West Cam. That's Southwest. So there's the sun right there. There's the sun right there. You're seeing this object from these two angles. So there's Estradome, which is right here. All right, let's go here and see if we got some clear skies. We do. Okay, we should be able to see this object from this southwest position too. So let's see. if this camera's up high enough. This camera may not be up high enough. I see the sun. Usually the sun has to be in a certain position for you to see it on the camera. Okay, here it comes. And there's that dot again. I have no idea what that is. Okay, I don't see anything there. And this is how I try to double check myself too. So this is southwest. Let's look to the south. Let's see what this does. Yep, there it is right there. Yep, there it is. You see it right in there? Let me back up. There it is. You see the shadow of it right here? We're just at the wrong angle because the it's the sun that has to illuminate it. But this must be a very dark object. Actually, that looks pretty big right there. That might be something else. But that is definitely something there that the sun is illuminating. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Yep, there it is right there. Hold it right there. It's rotating. Once you start looking at these cams, you start getting an idea where they're at. That's it right there. Watch how it rotates. You can see how it's rotating. Right there. It was right there for a moment. So let's see. This one is the south cam. South, southwest. Oh, wow. Wish they had something different. Let's see if we can find a different one. Let's see. What is TFA? TAF, I mean. All right, let's go to Minto and see if we can find it. All right, that's looking southwest. This camera, some of the cameras are not in good shape. But let's find out. Come on, where are you? I know you're there. There's that black dot. There was something right here. Yeah, this camera's kind of messed up. It's going to be hard to see. Let me see if I've got something on the south. Northeast, southwest, northwest, east, northeast. Sometimes it's hard to find them where they're positioned correctly. Yeah, this is awful. Yeah, let's go find another camera. These aren't very well maintained here. Okay, so let's back up this way. Oh, McKinley Park, that's where we'll go. Oh, look at this. Okay. Yeah, here we go. We got looks like the cameras are going to be foggy though. Yep, there it is right there. That's it. You can see the outline of it right there. So here we are, we've got it. Okay, so this is the southeast. Let's look for the south. Let's go to the south loop and let's take a look at it. See if we can get a better picture. Like I said, the sun's got to be in the right spot for it to pop up, the right angle. Let's see, it should come to the, if it's going to pop up, it'll pop up on the left of the sun. Nope, not on this one. We're sitting at the wrong angle. All right, let's go to Mount McKinley. Oh, ain't that a pretty? Look, that's a pretty picture, isn't it? Okay, let's go to, I'm going to go to Mount McKinley. Let's do McKinley Park. Okay, look at these. Now, these are some pretty cameras. All right, let's try the West Loop first. I always like to try to stay around the sun. All right, let's see what we got here. Now, that's pretty too. Pretty cold. Oh my goodness. But here, I'm going to speed this up too. That way you don't have to wait so long. Here comes the sun. Let's see if there's anything going to pop up. All right. Nope. Okay, so that's the west. Let's go south. We'll go south and southeast. Southeast is where I usually see it, or have been in the last few days. I see now something right there. I'm not sure what that is. Nope, don't think the angle's going to be right. But the people have been seeing these a lot over the last couple of years. So I mean, this isn't something new. It might be new to you if you haven't seen it, but um, a lot of people, some people have been watching it. We're trying to get the information out to everybody, so everybody can be aware of what's going on because the government's not going to tell you. That's why they've been chemtrailing everything in the sky to try to hide all of this. Don't look like we're going to get anything out of this one either. I may be on the wrong angle because I know I found something in the northeast quadrant too, and I wasn't quite sure. It must be something different. Yeah, we're not going to get anything on this one. Okay, that's the southeast, southeast. We did the west. For giggles, let's go ahead and do the west, or do the east. I'll speed it up. See what we can get through. Wait a minute, what was that? Nope. Okay, nothing there. Okay, so, well, that was such a really nice picture on that one too. So let's go back here. And a couple of more over here that go to Eagle Village and see what kind of. Okay, they got a really good view there too. Let's see what the west view looks like. See if we can get any hits on this one. Well, Esta Park, I'm trying to figure out why we're getting it there. Okay, here comes the sun. This is probably not going to be at the right angle. Yeah, because the sun's going down right in here. So we need to change our angle. Let's see what the north or the southeast will give us. This doesn't seem to be the right angle either. Even though there's something right there. I don't know what that was. Okay. West, northwest, northeast. Yeah, this thing doesn't have a direct east camera. That was the Eagle Village. All right. Let's go back to Estradome. Estradome, I guess I need to go back the other way. That was southwest. There it is. It's on the west. All right. So I need to go west is where I need to go. Yeah, there it is right there. There it is. And it looks like let me slow this thing down a bit. It looks like it's it's setting. So here's the object right there. We're just hitting at the right angle for the sun, and then it starts to set. It's going to go below the horizon, but the sun's going to blare it out before we can see it. But this is the west, so we need to be looking southwest if we can. So if that's the case, let's go. Problem is we ain't going to have any good weather. Yeah, see all the clouds, St. Paul. Yeah, see that's all. Everything here is just going to be all cloudy. Let's see what Dutch Harbor has. Yeah, see, everybody has weather. Kind of kills you. That's the reason I went back up toward the mountains so I could find some clear spots. Yeah, see all of this. The farther south you go, the worse the weather seems to get. Yeah, so it's clear up here by Fairbanks. Now there's Estadome again. Esterdome. What about you? Okay, we got a southwest. Let's take a look. There's an object right there. No, that's the sun. That's like it must be a reflection from the sun. Nope, don't see it. But anyway, that's kind of how I have been doing some research for the last few days. If you get a chance, come up here yourself and take a look. You catch things all through the day, or expect well in the evenings because on Eastern Standard Time you need to be the evening for you to reach sunset over there. But these cameras do go back 6 hours, and they take a picture every 10 minutes. So you should be able to be able to take a look at that. Right now, it looks like the weather's not really going to help us. Um, there is some other there's some other channels I wanted to talk to you about. Mr. MBB 333 is one. Bruce Sees All. Okay, Bruce Sees All is this gentleman here. Has been on for a while. He's got 14,000 subscribers. He does a lot with the moon. So he's got this really nice, expensive antenna, and he turns around and he takes a lot of pictures of the moon. So if you're interested in seeing what's going on with the with what's on the surface of the moon and things like that, he's the man. He's the channel to watch. He is Bruce Sees All on YouTube. He's another good one that you need to go check out. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, WSO. WSO. He's another good guy here. He he covers he does a lot of different stuff. Weather effects, what's going on at the North Pole. He's like me. He's just a lot of different information he tries to disseminate. So if you get a chance, please go over check out some of his videos at WSO and subscribe to him if you would please. And also subscribe to me if you don't care. It helps me too. So let's see who else. We're going to okay, Universal News Media. This lady here, she's researching the same stuff that I am with the FAA cameras right now, and me and her are pulling up a whole lot of different images. She's getting them, I'm getting them. So, uh, so I'm see. There's that crater. That's that planet that we were just looking at. So she's seeing it too, and she's got lots to see. Now there is the planet that's got the lines in it, the squirrels. That's a different planet. That's not the one we were looking at, and that's coming from northwest. That's the other object that I seen in the northwest, and she actually got that today at 1:18. Okay, yeah, she's seeing the same thing. I've got the video of it, or should I say the pictures of it? Let's see what she's got here. Now this is the joint base in Alaska. This is the military base. And she's talking about this right here where the sun is splitting. There's actually, she's saying there's two suns there because um, there seems to be another object interacting with the sun. And again, I still need more information before I really fully understand that. Um, so anyway, yeah, she's showing it right there. A lot of these objects are hidden. You can't see them. You can barely see them. But anyway, this lady is Universal News Media. Please check her out. Please subscribe. Um, let's see who else we got here. And here's a guy I really like. His name is Matt Rogers, and he's from England. He's from the UK, and they actually did an article on him about what they said he was fear mongering. He talks about all the chemtrails, and chemtrails are real. I've got way too much video. Let's see. I've got them right here. Chemtrails right here in my file. I mean, this is here in East Tennessee. This is chemtrails. Check this out. This is what chemtrails are, and I'll here's another one. They crisscross. In the morning, I wake up, and you can see where the jets here. Let's see. The jets are flying back and forth, crisscrossing the sky. Let's get some other stuff here. Let me do the video. That'll help. Let me see which one this one is. That's that one. I think they're down here. Yeah, here they are. Now here, this is my video. If it opens, there he is. That's me, first thing in the morning, and that's the jet. Now, there's a difference between chemtrails. There's a difference between chemtrails and comtrails. Comtrails is, natural, where you see this trail and then it dissipates. This right here, they say when they spray these things, it can take up to 20 hours and they will spread all over the place. Now, I don't know exactly why they're spraying, okay, but they are spraying. There is no doubt in my mind that they are spraying. And I got some more videos here of it. Here's another one. There it is. There's a good video right there. Now that baby's blasting all the way across the sky in an X pattern. Look at the pattern right here. That's the one he's been flying all morning. These patterns right through here, and you can see where he started right here and started the next pattern, his next pattern up here. And there's another one. See it right here? There's another one flying in to crisscross the pattern. So what are they doing? I mean, are they trying to protect us from maybe solar radiation? Maybe that the interaction between these planetary bodies they're talking about the sun going into a grand solar minimum, which if it does, that means it doesn't protect us as much as it normally does from solar radiation. And as it minimizes itself, we get less protection from the solar radiation that's out in the solar system. So are they protecting us from that? Why are they spraying? Why are they putting all these chemicals into the air? That's another good question that needs to be answered. We have a right to know. I got something else here too. If you want to look, here's where the chemtrail sprayed, and then there's the shadow of it. So this chemtrail is above all these clouds, and the shadow of that chemtrail is down on top of the clouds here. It's just amazing stuff. I mean, I got a lot of pictures of this. You can see where it's moving. The chemtrail is actually moving. And I actually got a video. Which one is this one? That's the same one. Let's see. There it is. There it is, right there. Of course, I didn't know how to turn the camera the right way, but this is when I noticed it. I pulled off of airport exit, and I jumped out and started filming. And if you look at this, yeah, I should have turned the camera the other way, but that's one of them. And let's see. Let's see which one this one is. This is them spraying again. Yeah. See this is the one. This is another chemtrail jet spraying. Now, this isn't contrails. This is chemtrails. There's a difference. And so that's another part that I want to investigate is to check out and see uh, why I'm sure it's linked. I'm pretty sure it's all linked together. The chemtrail spraying, trying to put this stuff in the atmosphere. I hope it's for a good reason. I hope they're trying to protect us. But I honestly just don't trust these people anymore. The powers to be don't care about us. They hate us. They divide us. They turn around and make sure that we're at each other's throats all the time, and just so they can maintain their power. But if something like this extinction event comes along, it won't matter. They'll crumble. They won't be able to maintain their structural control because their structure will be all destroyed. Of course, they won't mind it as long as they're the one that survives and everybody else is gone. That's kind of that's kind of the way they look at it. So let's see if this one does. Yeah, here's the other one. So there's the chemtrail as it's moving. You can see the shadow. The shadow's actually moving with the sun. The sun is moving to the right. The chemtrail shadows to the left. I thought that was pretty cool. But, but anyway, okay, it's let's go ahead and shut this down. Get rid of all this. Got a lot of stuff here. We have just begun. That's the good thing. Okay, now Matt Rogers, like I said, good man. There's Prep Aussie down in Australia. He has his views of how things are working and why, and he's a pretty good one to listen to if you want to get information on what's going on in other countries. And that's one of the things that I want to do. I want to start building a international connection for information, so we can start looking at a lot of stuff. My fiance sent me a picture of a gentleman and his, I guess, wife or fiance or girlfriend was in Vietnam, where there were two suns that rose up at the same time. A lot of the media in China and in Asia talks about it all the time, but you don't hear anything in the Western media concerning any of those incidents or anything that's been happening like that. So let's see what else. Who else we like to watch? Jeff P. He's another good one. Um, Jeff P. has a lot of good information out there. If you want to check out his stuff, see, there's that big red spot he's talking about. Actually, I'll let you look at a little bit of his stuff or listen to it, should I say?
News, the good news of Jesus Christ. Anyways, whatever your belief system is, let's play this video. A quick short, a red object showing in the night sky.
And this is happening all across the world. They're seeing all sorts of different stuff.
Ohio, taken on March 19th. It appeared to be spinning in the sky. Next, we see, I'm going to jump right in.
Now the sun is already set. They're still trying to figure.
Most people haven't seen. I want to thank you, YouTube subscriber, who showed me the link to this Facebook post.
Now watch this. This is the second sun in there. See, there's that object.
There you go.
And there's the sun setting.
There's the sun. People are freaking out because it's real. It isn't Photoshop, man. I don't know what to say. That is your planet. A hot planet that can be seen in the infrared.
I don't understand how they'd be able to see it if it's infrared.
creepy.
I don't think it's the actual nemesis,
Control.
because if it was that close, we'd be dead by now. But I
Yeah.
think that this is maybe a plasma. I'm thinking it might be plasma, and some the stellar cores come in, draw plasma off of the sun, which is causing a lot of the dark spots on the sun. And then when they get closer to this planet, they a lot of that plasma can jump off into our atmosphere.
Remember when MBB
That right there. There's Mr. MBB.
reported this object? Yeah, this object. And then a couple days later, he sees another hotter object looking red. With the, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
about the same.
this is the information that's out there. So if you turn around and you check some of these channels, I know it sounds like it's way out there, but no matter what the people are saying, view the pictures and make your own decision. Okay, these are actual pictures, and what we're doing as a community is we were trying to get all this information out, and there's a lot of censorship going on, so it's going to be tough. People are not going to really believe a lot what's going on, but trust me, I'm seeing a lot of this stuff, and this stuff is real. Okay, well, I tell you what, we've been on for a little while. I think that's going to be enough for tonight. So what I'd like to do is play one last video before we go. And let you guys see this is another Alaska camera. This is the first one I caught.
Shadow News Network. We are just now getting ready to gear up, and please bear with us with some of the crudeness of the audio video for this one. What you've seen on the screen right now is a FAA camera picture that shows a planetary body right below the sun as it's moving away. I searched a lot of the cans today, which is March 22nd, 2018, and I found this. So I'm like, okay, I see it on this can, and I see it on any other can. So I found it on 4 other cans on the same island, and then I found it on 2 more on the mainland. So I'm pretty sure that this is a object and not a lens flare or something to do with the camera, because I don't think 5 or 6 cameras are going to do the same thing. But this is pretty serious right here. This is a planetary body that when the sun gets at the right angle, you can see it. But you'll notice that once the sun moves out of this certain angle, it disappears. But we'll have more on this in just a little bit. So here are 3 more cameras, different cameras. And of course, these are the FAA cameras in Alaska. You can go out and check for yourself. So we were scanning them today, and I got the same object on 4 different cameras, not including the other 3 or 4 that I found that I decided not to download because I figured I had enough information. But I want you guys to take a look at it. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to start the website and YouTube channel for videos, was we're going to talk about how these celestial bodies are now inside our solar system, how they're affecting the sun, and what they are doing to the planet weather-wise, and how they're causing earthquakes and volcanoes. There's a lot of information that needs to be generated and sent out to people so people will know what's going on. So this is pretty much what I want to do with the website, and try to bring information to you so you can make a decision based on what you see and what the evidence is. And hopefully we can build a sustainable community and maybe strengthen the community in case the weather does turn on us even worse than it already has. So thank you very much, and I will talk to you on the next video. Have a great day. Just wanted to, again, say thank you for stopping.
Yeah, that's one of the older videos. So basically, we pretty much got a lot of work to do. I'm hoping that you might take the time to, come in, check my stuff out, subscribe to me, like my YouTube channel. And I'm going to be setting up a Facebook channel too for this also. And I would just like, to be able to gather this information and get it out to people who are interested in knowing what's going on and maybe figuring out, what the future is going to be. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for sitting here and listening to me. I hope I didn't bore you to death. This is Jeff Adams with the Shadow News Network. I hope you have a good evening.